What a weekend of news we've just had. For those that don't know, FSExpo 2024 has taken place this weekend in Las Vegas. Sadly, I wasn't able to make it, but I'm seriously considering trying to make it happen next year. Instead of being there in person, I've been glued to my phone looking at and dissecting all of the awesome announcements we've had over the weekend, and I thought I'd give you a quick rundown sharing my favourites with you all. But before we do, apparently 80.5% of you watching aren't subbed to the channel. So if you're not already, get yourself subbed so you don't miss out on any future content or live streams. And while you're there, hitting that like button has never hurt anyone. It really does help the video and the channel more than you know. So let's kick things off with Navigraph. They've announced something that I've been hoping for quite a while now, and it is, of course, traffic overlays. It will overlay on your charts the current VATSIM and IVAO controllers, as well as other Navigraph users. This is going to be awesome for situational awareness when flying on VATSIM. I get that other tools exist, so you can see what controllers are online and things like that, but I really like that Navigraph is going to be adding this, given that it is such a central part of my simming experience. Having all of this in one place is going to be a huge, huge help. It's not out yet. More work is required to get it over the line, so we'll let them cook, but this feature sounds absolutely awesome. Good job, Navigraph. Next up, we need to talk about Winwing. They've got loads of affordable home cockpit products coming for both the A320 and the 737. During FSExpo 24, they announced their EFIS to go alongside their already available FCU for the Airbus A320, available in a left or right config for $84.95 each. And wait for this, an MCDU for only $129.95. These prices are seriously aggressive. They also announced their ACP panel will be coming soon, along with an A320 radio panel and a transponder panel. No prices for this yet, though. But they weren't done there. They're also bringing out an MCP for the 737, which will start from $129.95. Apparently, there are two versions of this coming to the market, and the more advanced version hasn't been priced yet. Like we saw with the A320, they're also bringing 737 EFIS panels to market, both in the left and right configs for $79.95 each. And they're bringing out the Boeing 737 CDU for $129.95. If you are a home cockpit builder, you're going to have some really solid options at very, very aggressive prices coming your way from Winwing very, very soon. The only question is, which way do you go? Do you commit to Airbus or do you commit to Boeing? I mean, like, what a problem to have. Moving over to our friends at SayIntentions, it's kind of funny timing, actually, as only last week I put out a video doing a bit of a head-to-head between SayIntentions and Beyond ATC, and in my closing thoughts I made reference to the price of SayIntentions and why it needs to be a monthly sub due to their use of GPT AI technologies. Now, they do say on their pricing page that the price of AI services drops every few months, and we will pass those savings on to you when it happens. And, being true to their word, they announced just that. They're dropping their price to $19.95 a month. That's down from $29.95 a month, which is a massive proportion. So credit where credit's due to the team at SayIntentions for doing this. They've stuck to their word. They've also announced a new feature of AI cabin crew coming to the product, so I look forward to checking this out and see what they've been up to in due course on the channel. Get subbed if you're not already. Next up, let's talk about Bluebird simulations. Some of you may know they've been hard at work on the Boeing 757 and Boeing 767. Now, the 757 is their main focus, with the 767 kind of being on the back burner. The intention is that when the 757 is done, they'll move over to the 767. No release dates for either plane came from the presentation they gave at FSExpo, but they did have a surprise announcement that they've been working on, and that is the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Now, they wanted to stress in the presentation that they have a separate team working on the 787, and its development will not take away from the 757 in any way. And I think this was really important that they made this point, as when I first saw the news, my first thought was, well, hang on, you haven't even shipped the 757 yet, and you've talked about a 767, and now you're talking about another plane. So it's good that they put those fears to rest. I really can't wait to try out the 757 when it's released. I'm really, really rooting for the team over at Bluebird, and I can't wait to see what they come up with in the future. So best of luck to Bluebird. We're all cheering for you over here. And last but not least, we need to talk about the folks over at TFDi Design. You may recall in a previous video we spoke about how they said their MD11 was feature complete and now going into testing. Well, now we have a release date of July the 2nd. I can't wait to add this to the airnaut fleet. I think for me it's going to be cargo ops that interests me the most for the MD11, but let me know in the comments if you're going to be getting it, and if so, whether you're going to be flying passenger or cargo ops. But get yourself subbed to the channel. No doubt the MD11 will be featuring in our live streams and other content, and yeah, very much looking forward to it. So that just about wraps up all the news from FSExpo that caught my attention. Let me know in the comments if there's something I missed that particularly interested you. Get subbed if you're not already, as we've got a busy time coming up on the channel. We've got a 777 coming out this week after all. Until next time, take the very best care of yourselves, and as always, happy flying.